Looking for some fun drinks that will get you in the spooky spirit, feel warm and cozy during the fall, and feel festive while decorating for Christmas? Well, look no further because in this video, I'm sharing 10 whipped drinks that will treat you all the way from October through December. Hello adventurers, my name is Carly and welcome back to my channel, Adventures in Yum, bringing you delightfully delicious food videos that I hope will inspire you to on your very own food adventures. If you're new to my channel, I share recipes for sweet treats and savory eats, food reviews, and yes, cocktails too. If that sounds awesome to you, please consider subscribing. At the beginning of quarantine, whipped coffee was all over social media and YouTube. I recently saw that whipped hot chocolate was becoming a new drink fad for the fall, which gave me an idea. I decided to make a list of 10 whipped drinks that you could enjoy throughout the whole holiday season. That's right, from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas, this list of top 10 whipped drinks has plenty of options to keep you feeling festive through the end of the year. And what a year it's been. 2020 sure has loved to make life way more difficult than it needs to be, so why not try any one of these delicious drinks to treat yourself? Or all of them because, 2020. While this list is made up of only non-alcoholic drinks, some of them can easily become a little naughty with the addition of either some salted caramel Baileys, Fireball, or peppermint schnapps. Let me know in the comments, have you made whipped coffee or other whipped drinks? We've got a lot of drinks to make, so let's get started. The first drink is a spooky chai spiced whipped hot chocolate. First, we're going to make the whipped portion of the drink. Add 1 packet, about 1/4 cup of hot chocolate mix, and 1/2 cup of cold, heavy whipping cream. Here I'm making multiple servings, so I added 4 packets of hot cocoa mix and 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Whip until you achieve stiff peaks. Set this aside while you prepare the rest of the drink. To a small bowl, add 6 ounces of your preferred milk of choice, 1 tablespoon of chocolate syrup, and 1.5 tablespoons of chai syrup. Give this a quick whisk and then pour into your desired glass. Top the glass with the whipped hot chocolate and then sift ground cinnamon over the top. Finally, stir everything into the milk mixture and enjoy. The second drink is a witch's brew whipped matcha. First, add 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar and 1/2 cup of cold heavy whipping cream to a mixing bowl. Whip this mixture until you achieve soft peaks and then sift 1 teaspoon of matcha powder onto the whipped cream. Mix until thoroughly combined and stiff peaks are achieved. Pour 6 ounces of milk into a cup. I would recommend a bigger cup than the one that I used because it was a little bit too small. I just couldn't help using it because it was a really cute cauldron mug that I found at Target. Now, you're going to spoon your matcha whip onto the milk. Snap some super cute pics for your social media feed and then enjoy. The third drink is a pumpkin spice whipped latte. First, add 1 tablespoon of instant coffee, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, and 1 tablespoon of hot water to a mixing bowl. Whip until you achieve stiff peaks. Set this aside while you prepare your glass. To a small bowl, add 6 ounces of milk, 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin spice, and 1 to 2 drops of pumpkin extract. Pumpkin extract is very strong, so don't add any more because it will not taste good. Then you're going to pour your milk mixture into your glass, add your whipped coffee, and finally top it off with some whipped cream and a dusting of pumpkin spice. Enjoy. The fourth drink is a pumpkin spice whipped hot chocolate. First, we're going to make the whipped portion of the drink just as we did with the spooky chai spiced whipped hot chocolate. Add 1 packet of hot chocolate mix and 1/2 cup of cold heavy whipping cream to a mixing bowl. Whip until you achieve stiff peaks and set this aside to prepare the rest of your drink. To a small bowl, add 6 ounces of your preferred milk of choice, 1 tablespoon of chocolate syrup, 1 to 2 drops of pumpkin extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin spice, and then give that a quick whisk. Pour the milk mixture into your favorite cup, add the whipped hot chocolate, optional extra whipped cream, and lastly, a dusting of pumpkin spice. Stir everything together and of course, enjoy. The fifth drink is a salted caramel whipped mocha. If I had to choose my favorite drink for this list, this would probably be it. First, to a mixing bowl, add 1 tablespoon of instant coffee, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, and 1 tablespoon of hot water. Whip until you achieve stiff peaks, and then set this aside while you prepare the milk mixture. To a small bowl, add 6 ounces of milk and 1 tablespoon of chocolate syrup. Give this a quick whisk. If you love a bunch of caramel, you could also add some caramel to this step as well. To assemble this bad boy, add a generous drizzle of caramel to your desired cup. Then, pour the milk mixture into the glass, add the whipped coffee, whipped cream, and finally top it all off with a generous drizzle of caramel and of course a sprinkle of salt. Snap some pics for Instagram, and then stir everything together and of course enjoy. The sixth drink is a whipped apple cider. No surprise here, we're going to start with the whipped portion of the drink. Add half a cup of heavy whipping cream and 1 packet of apple cider drink mix. Whip until you achieve stiff peaks and then set this aside while you prepare your glass. Pour 6 ounces of fresh apple cider into your preferred cup. Now, spoon your whipped apple cider onto the fresh apple cider. You can also add a lovely dusting of cinnamon over the top, which would not only look great, but it would also help to balance the sweetness of the apple cider drink mix. Finally, mix it together and of course, enjoy. The 7th drink is a maple pecan whipped mocha. Start by adding 1 tablespoon instant coffee, 1 tablespoon granulated sugar, and 1 tablespoon of hot water to a mixing bowl. Whip until you achieve stiff peaks and set this aside while you prepare the rest. To a small bowl, add 6 ounces of milk, 1 to 2 drops of maple extract, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, and 1 tablespoon of chocolate syrup. Give that a quick mix and then pour into your desired glass. Top the glass with the whipped coffee, some whipped cream, and chopped pecans. Stir the whipped coffee into the milk mixture and of course, enjoy. The 8th drink is a peppermint whipped hot chocolate. First, add 1 packet of hot cocoa mix and half a cup of cold heavy whipping cream to a mixing bowl. Whip until you achieve stiff peaks and then set this aside to prepare the rest. To a small bowl, add 6 ounces of milk, 1 to 2 drops of peppermint extract, and 1 tablespoon of chocolate syrup. Just like pumpkin extract, peppermint extract can be very strong, so do not add too much. And then give it a whisk. Add an optional chocolate drizzle to the inside of the cup to look a little fancy, and then pour your milk mixture into the cup. Top it off with the whipped hot chocolate, add some extra whipped cream, and finally candy cane pieces. And of course, enjoy! Before we get to the final 2 drinks, make sure to hit that like button and click subscribe. The 9th drink is a Snickerdoodle whipped hot chocolate. As always, we'll start by adding 1 packet of hot chocolate mix and a half a cup of cold heavy whipping cream to a mixing bowl. Whip until you achieve stiff peaks and then set it aside to prepare your glass. To a small bowl, add 6 ounces of your preferred milk of choice, 1 tablespoon of chocolate syrup, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. For this drink, I decided to try a vanilla blend, which worked fine, but I always recommend pure vanilla extract if you can get it. And finally, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Give all of that a quick whisk and then pour it into your desired glass. Top the milk with the whipped hot chocolate and then a generous dusting of ground cinnamon. Stir that whipped hot chocolate into the milk mixture and enjoy. The 10th drink is a peppermint bark whipped mocha. By now you're a pro. Start by adding 1 tablespoon of instant coffee, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, and 1 tablespoon of hot water to a mixing bowl. Whip until you achieve stiff peaks. Set this aside while you prepare everything else. To a small bowl, add 6 ounces of milk, 1 tablespoon of chocolate syrup, and 1 to 2 drops of peppermint extract. Mix this together and then pour into your desired cup, and then add the whipped coffee, some whipped cream, chopped pieces of white chocolate and dark chocolate, and finally some candy cane pieces. Make sure to snap some pics to entice your friends and followers on social media, and then stir everything together and enjoy. These whipped drinks are so easy to make. They're also a fun, unique way to enjoy all of the awesome flavors this time of year offers. You can find all of these whipped drinks on my website, adventuresinYum.net. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time for another fun food adventure.